Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Bills going up against the Raiders. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. While the skies may be ominous, there's never a bad day for football. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Buffalo Bills and the Oakland Raiders. Fielded about a yard deep, and he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He'll drop to throw, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Now on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Give them 11 on the game there, and it'll be a Buffalo 1st down.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
When I see Sharif Floyd hit the field, I think of all the potential he has, and it's a lot of fun watching that come to the surface.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Let's go.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. Well, sometimes we talk running backs, sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball hawk who is eager to tackle in the run game.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6. Not easily done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The Bills send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. And it's fielded at the 34. Shreds him with his stiff arm. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Clive Walford. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bills shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try and sneak it here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
And this is a spot where you have your offense stay out there to get those few inches. It's too long for a field goal. It's not worth punting. So this is the right decision as far as I'm concerned, and they wind up picking up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few 1st downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll run it here. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So just 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sharif Floyd coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Bills send the punter out. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. 3rd down here.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and 10 here. They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. They'll get 16 yards there. And the Bills are going to have a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go play action here on first down. And, oh, what a catch at the 2. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, We are just a PAT away from a tie game, and I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And now here's a carry heading left. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Another pistol look here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now back to throw. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On play action, they'll throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Brought in by Walford, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Great protection. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here. They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bills getting set to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Here we go!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. Stays on his feet. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He won't go down. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bills have broken the tie. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Set. Green 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go now. 3-19.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They come out here in the eye. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And here come the Bills. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is,
now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Let's go. 1, 9.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
4 down. Come on, let's go.
The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Fielded at about the 28. He won't go down. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Buffalo, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Oakland.